my kcse revision channel. I am teacher Jens Marita, Grigoris Boys High School. Kindly subscribe my channel, click the notification bell. You get notified once I upload a new video. We are looking at kcse mathematics revision, and our topic is commercial arithmetic 2, and today we are discussing taxation. So I have a question here of Mr. Mark, who is earning a basic salary of Kenya shillings 12,560 and a house allowance of Kenya shillings 2,800. So after having a basic salary, we have various allowances. We have a house allowance, medical allowance, commuter allowance, and the rest. But here in this case, we have only one allowance, a taxable allowance of house allowance of Kenya shillings 2,800. So this Mr. Mark is a civil servant, and being a civil servant, he is deducted Kenya shillings 2,640, and this one is for national housing, which is exempted from taxation. So this money which is being deducted from here is exempted from taxation, and he has also another taxable exemption of Kenya shillings 360, which is deducted for a national social security fund. So as you can see here, we have two exemptions here. The first exemption is for national housing, which is 2,640, and then we have another exemption of social security fund, which is 360. This amount is not being taxed, so they are being exempted from taxation. And then he is entitled to a monthly personal relief of Kenya shillings 1,056. So we are supposed to calculate his taxable income per annum. So the taxable income that our taxable income is equivalent to, this is the basic salary plus the taxable allowances then minus exceptions. This is how simply you can calculate the taxable income. So we have the basic salary, then we have the taxable allowances. For example, in this case, we have only one taxable allowance, that is the house allowance, and then we have an exemption. We only subtract the exemption if they exist. If the exemption does not exist, then the taxable income remains as the basic salary plus the taxable allowances. Otherwise, if the exemption exists, that is when we can subtract that exemption, because that money is exempted from taxation. So our basic salary is 12,000. So this one is 12,560. We have only one house allowance, and that is 2,800. We have two exemptions here. So the first exemption is 2,640 for a housing, and then we have another one of 360, and this one is for social security fund. So this one we get as a 5,000. We get this one as 15,000. Then we have 360 minus now 2,640 plus this one. This one is giving us 3,000. So we subtract 3,000 from here. So if we subtract 3,000 as 12,000, then we have 360. This one is per month. And remember, our question is asking us to calculate this taxable income per annum. Remember, this amount we have here, it is only for 1 month. So per annum, it means now we multiply this one by 12 months, such that we can get the taxable income per year, and that one is giving us Kenya shillings. So this one is equivalent to Kenya shillings 148,000. Then we have 320 shillings. So this is the taxable income of Mr. Mark per annum. The taxable income of Mr. Mark per month is 12,360. So to convert that one per year, we get 148,320. So the table below shows the tax rate during that year of Mr. Mark that was earning the yearly taxable income per year, and then we have the rate for every 20 shillings. The rate for every 20 shillings. These are very important part that you need to understand. We have the rate is given shillings for every 20. Shillings for every 20. It means that the value we are going to get here, we are to divide it by 20 such that we know how many 20s do we have there, because it is the rate is taxed for every 20 shillings. So from 1 shilling to 72,600, the rate is 2 shillings for every 20. It means that we take 72,600 divided by 20. Then we have between 72,601 to 145,200. The rate for every 20 shillings is 3. Then we have 145,201 to 217,800. For every 20, the rate is 5. And then we have 217,801 to 290,400. For every 20, the rate is 7. So look at our value. Our value per year is 148,320. So this value 148,320 in this table, it is between 145,201 to 217,800. So our value, our value now we can have here. So we can just remove this value here, and then we indicate our value here as 148,000. Then we have 320. We are going to tax up to the rate of this value 148,320. The value is between 145,201 to 217,800. So we can have our value. That value here, so we have our 148,000. So we have this is 148,000. Then we have 320. So that is where our this tax per year, and then we have this between there. So in the first case, we have 72,600. So if we can we have this is 72,600. The rate is 2 shillings for every 20. If we calculate this, the first slab, that one is giving us 7,260. So we have this is 7,200. We have that one 7,260. The next we have between 72,600 and 145,200. So we need to have, we subtract here 145,200 minus 72,600. That value remains as 72,600. So we have this is 72,600 times the rate for every 20 in that case is 3. So times 3 for every 20, and that value now you get as 10,890. So you will have this is 10,000, then we have 890. Next we have now our 148,320. We subtract 145,200. If you subtract those two values, you will get that 3,120. So we have this is 3,120, and the rate for every 20 shillings is 5. So we have this is 5, and this 5 is for every 20 shillings. And in that case now, you will get 780 shillings. So we have in this table a very important part where you need to understand it is this rate. Why do we divide it by 20? We are dividing by 20 because we have the rate shillings for every 20. So the values we are getting here, we divide it by 20 such that we know how many 20s do we have there. So it is being taxed for every 20 shillings. we have 2. For every 20 shillings, we have 3. For every 20 shillings, we have 5. Then from there, you need to have the total tax, that is 7,260. Then plus 1000, 890 plus this one here. So you get now our total tax. You get the totals now. Totals here. If you add all these values here, 1800, then we have 930. But remember this value we are getting here. The value we are getting here, this is the taxable income. This is the taxable income this is per annum. This one is per annum. From the table, this value we are getting is for per annum. And we need to calculate we use the table to calculate this pay as you earn. We need to get this one per month. So if per month now, we take our 18,930, we divide this one by 12. If we are dividing this value by 12, we get that the total tax paid per that one is 15,777 50 cents per month. But how do you get now the net tax? Net tax is equivalent to the total tax minus relief. So we need our net tax from here. Our net tax is equals to P. It is the total tax. We have the total tax, then minus relief. The total tax we have here is 15,077, and then we have 50 cents minus now the relief. We have only one personal relief here, which is 1,056. So we have 1,056, and now this one will be equivalent to the. We have this one will be equivalent to the Kenya shillings 521. So Kenya shillings 521, and then we have 50 cents per month. This is the pay of Mr. Mark per month, which is 521,000 per month. Now, the following deductions are also made from the monthly income. Remember, pay as you earn is pay as you earn. This is the main deduction. This is the major deduction. This money that we are getting here, it is the major deduction. So pay as you earn is the major deduction. So apart from this one here, we have others. We have other deductions. Other deductions now we have a cooperative share of Kenya shillings 750. Then we have a cooperative loan. This Mr. Mark has a loan, and therefore he has a cooperative loan which is deducted monthly of Kenya shillings 575. Then we have a service charge of Kenya shillings 185. So to get Mr. Mark's net monthly salary, we need to have the total deduction. Remember, the main deduction is 5,521, and then we have others. So we have to get our total deductions. The total deductions now, we have 521, this is 521 and 50 cents plus. We have a cooperative share of 750. Then we have the cooperative loan plus cooperative loan of 575. Then plus another one, the service charge of 185. So in that case, it will be Kenya shillings 5,032. So we have 5,032. This is now the main deduction. So to get the Mr. Mark's net salary is equivalent to the total income minus the total deduction. So we have net salary is equals to the total tax. I mean, we have this one as subtract, in that case the total deductions. So we have this one as total deductions. So what is now this total taxable income? The total taxable income, we have this value. This man is earning a basic salary of Kenya shillings 12,560. He has a house allowance of 2,800. So to get the total taxable income, it is the basic salary plus all the taxable allowances. Remember, at this point here, there is this money which is exempted from taxation. This money which is exempted from taxation, they are only used to find the tax. The amount which is exempted from taxation are only used in the tax. So to get the total taxable income, those money which is exempted, they are being included. So here in this case here now, we have a basic salary of 12,560. Taxable allowance of Kenya shillings 2,800. Now in this case, we are not subtracting the 3,000 which is exempted. The 3,000 and exemption on this part is being included. So we include that 3,000 here. And if you include this one here, you get 15,000. And this one 15. Then we have 500 and 560. So to get now the net salary, it is the total taxable income, which is now 15,560 minus our total deduction. Our total deduction is here. The total taxable income is here. So our net salary now will be equivalent to 15,560 minus the total deduction of 5,000, and then we have and 32, 5,000, and we will get the net tax of 10,000, then we have 528, 528 per month. This is the Mr. Maki's net salary per month. What you need to understand here is that if the exemptions are given, we have two exemptions here. This is a very important point, a very important part you need to understand. We have an exempted. This money which is exempted, they are only exempted from taxation, and therefore they are only used to calculate this tax. And another very important part, it is this table. You check the table very well. We have been given the taxable income per year. So meaning that we are going to find the tax per year. If you want to get the tax per month, you need to use the table per year and then you convert per month. Another very important part is this rate. The rate is given for every 20 shillings. That means that for every 20 shillings, there is a certain rate. For every 20 shillings, there is a certain rate. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, watch, and share.